crafting time. Hope you're all doing well. I tried to move my camera so you'll all be able to see and everything like that. I have some, there it is. Bump underneath my little mat. Not going to really worry about it. We're going to do a spackling card. And now it might get messy. Just checking to see if I don't have my white soap. Ooh, that's fine. We'll make it. We are going to be using, I've used these stencils before, but I really like to make cards with them. This one says Merry Christmas. These are stencils now. These are not transfers. You can put your finger through it. It's a stencil. If you can't put your finger through it, like, where's one I just had? Like this one here, I cannot put my finger through this. There's a screen on this. This is called a transfer. This is a stencil. I can put my finger through it. See my finger waving at you? So this is all fun. So we're going to be doing Merry Christmas. And we're going to do two of them, actually. And this one is, it's a wonderful, which way do I have this for you? The right way? It's a wonderful time of the year. And most of the time, every day is the most wonderful time of the year. However, it doesn't always work for everybody. We all have sad times, bad times, crazy times, heartful times, all of that. So we got to keep that in mind. Now, the spackling I'm using today is the lightweight spackle. And this is from Master Painter. And I believe it's like $7 or $8, something like that. Maybe even less than that. Somewhere in that range. You could also use vinyl spackling. It's a little tougher spackling than the lightweight spackling. Both of these are, this one's heavier, but stronger. But we only need this one. You can also use the Dollar Tree spackling. Now, this one I was going to use, but it's kind of getting dry. And I want to use that for something else, but not today. I see it's still in fairly good shape, so we'll definitely be using that in the next couple days. Now I'm just grabbing a couple cups here. And going to open up our spackling. I hope you're all doing wonderful. If you are on YouTube, please say hello. Don't be shy on YouTube. Got to move that for just a second. I want to scrape this off. This is brand new spackling, so I'm going to stir it up a little bit. Scrape off my top. I try to save as much as I can of my spackling. And it's not because it's expensive either. It's just I use so much of it for like crafting. I use it for when I like use it on my canvases. I like to sometimes spackle my canvases by just adding water and spackle together and kind of make it into kind of a paint. Some people like to use plaster instead of paint. Or not, plaster instead of spackling is what I meant to say. But, and then, you put that on your canvases and it looks so, so nice. Now this spackling, we are going to, this dries fairly fast. And I can't remember. It's fast drying, won't stick or shrink. You don't have to sand it, but that's, totally up to you. I'm trying to see if it has a drying amount of time. They say maybe painted with latex paint. Follow paint manufacturers. If oil-based paint, let dry thoroughly for 24 hours. Okay, let's go up here a little bit higher. Do not put down your drain. I'm trying to see, one coat should be sufficient. Yep. Oh, it's not even going to tell me. It dries fast though. So you're going to take, now I kind of want to do Merry Christmas, and we're going to do that in red. Our paper is just cardstock, so we're going to do that in red. And just trying to set that there. We might just use red all around. No, that one I might make green, even though it's red before. All right. And we are going to use True Red acrylic paint. And you're not going to need a whole lot. So I use little Dixie cups for I don't over make. Now you can mix these and save them and put them in containers. You can do that. I have a whole bunch of containers over there. I used a couple months ago, and but I want fresh. I like using fresh. That's just me. How about a little bit more here? Now you don't have to add water to this, even though this is pretty. You can form this. Watch. Say I wanted to make a little ball. You see that? It's almost like clay, and it's lightweight. So, you know, we might make some things out of it. But we'll start with this and then go on to fun stuff afterwards, or more fun things. Now, remember, I'm using a stencil for this. I'm not adding water because this is fresh. If it was dry or something like that, then I would add some water to it. Just a spritz water, not anything more than that. I'm going to just kind of start my stir like so. Now I don't have no paint in. I'm just kind of getting some more air because, you know, it's been in that container. So I'm just kind of getting air in it. And this is, it's now my stir stick. This used to be a small paintbrush, a very thin one, and all my bristles of my brush broke off. Like this one I trimmed off, and now it's really nice and short. Eventually this will break off, or the brushes will get too small and I'll break it off, and then I use them as stir sticks. Okay, now we're going to just add some red. And this is True Red. This will make this pink. Now I don't have to add any water to it. White and red make pink, as we all know. And I like it to be a little bit redder than this. Now there's enough moisture between the spackling and my acrylic paint that I don't have to, I just do a little bit more red. That's more like a rose. That's a little more than I wanted. That's all right. I wanted red. I'm going to go for it, right? Can't take it out once you put it in. I might even add, we'll see how dark this gets. You just wipe off your edges, stir it up nice. This is very fun to do with children. I love spackling. I like spackling, period, but I like all ages to do this. This is fun stuff. And this is kind of off red, just to show you in color. See, it's not quite the same red, but it's close. Let's see, do I want to, how about just a tad more? Because I really would like it a bright red. If I can get it there. Now, whatever I do, I am not going to be adding more spackle to this, just color. If I add spackling, then we go back to the very beginning and we'll get, this is a little bit better red. Now I'm just kind of mixing it towards the bottom, pulling it up, kind of like airing it type of thing. You need to have it totally mixed. If you have it where it's different colors, then it's not, of course, it's not mixed. I have a spot here that just don't want to mix. Sorry, I had to turn it towards me so I could see if it was mixing. That looks pretty decent. Okay. Oops. Just put that there. And that's a better red. It's not going to be, it's more of a pink red. You could add a little food dye if you want it darker, but I am out of food dye. You could use ink red as well. Again, you might change the consistency, but this will be okay. And you can paint over it if you need to. I don't, but that's not blood now. That's the color that's from the paint. Did not cut myself or anything like that. Okay, get some clean wipes here. Okay, so I like to take my paper. I use blue tape and I tape down my four corners. Now, you don't want a whole lot of a whole lot of tape on it, just enough to hold it down. And you know, blue tape doesn't really stick to paper or anything else. It just sticks to things that you want to keep nice. And then it ruins your picture, of course. So I just do my corners. And you don't need a lot. And if the corners get destroyed, that ribbon that you can fix it, or you can trim off the corners nice and round or anything like that. Okay, we're going to do Merry Christmas first. And I'm going to aim that towards the center of my picture, and I just eyeball it. I don't go more than that because I might want to add a little holly here or maybe a poinsettia. I love my poinsettias, guys. Sorry, if you're not a poinsettia lover, you might get upset because I use a lot of them. Okay, I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. Nothing over fancy. And I'm just going to take some tape and just kind of hold it down on both sides. Now make sure you don't have spackling there. All right. Now, we're going to wipe off our spat. Move some stuff out of our way. And it's very soupy. And I just smear it on. Very simple to do. Now, depending on how thick you want it, and if you take it on the back side, it's easier. And you can just smear it on. You're going to cover it completely up. Kind of like you do a transfer. Now, if you're using a spatula, you want to be careful in certain areas by your lifts, where they don't have, you want to be able to I pushed too hard there and I scraped it. Now I'll be scraping it off in just a second. I wanted the other side. I hope I didn't mess it up because I bumped it now a couple times. Flip it over and scrape from the back. So I'm putting a nice layer here, making sure everything is covered. Like so. Now I'm going to scrape towards me. Whoops, I missed a spot there, but I think I have enough here. You want to be careful when you scrape because you got bumps, guys. And I'm trying to save as much as I can. So as you see, I'm putting it right back in my cup. Right there has a little hole. Now, if you see that you missed something, go back and fill it in. I don't think it went underneath my I'm so used to doing transfers. This is a stencil though. All right, let's lift it off. Sometimes I make mistakes, friends. I'll be honest with you. It's easy to do. You can make mistakes. Now we're leaving the paper down here. We're taking off the stencil. And that's all there's to this. Now, if you did screw up and you're not satisfied, peel off slowly. Just redo it. Now that looks pretty nice. It has a little spackling there. We'll just set that right here. But I can put something there. Now, is spackling perfectly straight and all that? No, it's not. It's not meant to be. So that's what it looks like. Pretty nice. And, I will be adding decorations once it's dry. So now we're going to do the second one. Let's see. And we're going to do that one in green. So we're going to mix some green first. I didn't mix my green. I didn't mix it. And you're going to wipe off your brush or your spatula. And I left my water in the other room, so I'm just making sure it's get all the red off because it doesn't mix good with green. All right, so let's mix some green. I'll be making more of these, but right now we're just using what we have. And no, not rainforest. I want the real green. And now we're going to try it with spackling with the green from Craft Smart, and just see how that works. Thought I had my wipes right here. I must have. Oh, they're behind me. I'm going to wipe off my transfer down there. Oh, almost at the end of those. That's why I keep rolling away. So now you just take your stencil. Goodness, I'm stuck on transfers tonight. And you're just going to wipe this off. Just like so. Just like if it was a transfer, except for it's not. It's a stencil. You just wipe it off. Very simple. And you know, I find both spackling and chalk couture and, well, I haven't done Mongolia for quite a while. Because I kind of liked chalk couture. I like them both. But I'm members with chalk couture now, so. All right, and I just wipe off both sides. Now these are approximately 5 years old. And then I just wipe them off. Knock everything over. It's a requirement in this room. Knock it over or dump it on the floor. That's just how it goes. Hi, Sheila. How are you? Excuse me. And now this is ready to go again for some other one that I'll be making as well. All right, so we're going to move these for right now. And we're going to mix the green. In a Dixie cup, usually I can get 4 or 5 cards out of a drink cup like this. I think these are 2.5 ounces. In the card. Let's see. And just pat it down to kind of see how full you have it. I think that should be good. I don't need as much green as I did the red. Now, as you saw, I still have some red left. That's great. This, we're going to do the words in green. And I'm going to do the snowflakes. I should have made a little bit of blue, huh? We'll just do the snowflakes in red, since I have the red already made. Now we don't want a pale green, so I used a big glob of green. I'm just going to wipe off my stick. This is super fun. If you like to get messy, it is fun. And then I'll show you something else once we're done with this part. That I do with spackling as well. Put that down there. Oh, that was done. All right. Now we're going to stir this up. Oh, I've got quite a bit in here. Now, when you stir in a Dixie cup, don't squeeze your cup. It's easy to do. I popped out spackling lots of times with squeezing my cup. It's kind of funny. And see, it turned to a very light green. So I'm going to swap in another green to make it a little bit darker. I used the natural green on this, so I'm going to add from the same company, but this one is the Rainforest green, and it's just a deeper green. And I'll show you the difference. You can see the difference there in the coloring. I might end up mixing those two greens together because that's the green that I like them together. I don't like them apart. Isn't that crazy? You get to like your colors. And you get that more Christmas style green. Now down towards the bottom, I have the other green. So now I'm lifting from the bottom. Now, if you're using a stick like I am, this is a paintbrush, you want to be careful you don't poke a hole in the bottom. I've done that too. Takes practice. All right, so that's looking rather nice. So you get your two red and green, and you got your two Christmas colors. Now, if you wanted white, the spackling is white, but some people like to add a little white with the spackling to give it a deeper white color. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to lay it down. Everything is off. Just kind of made a mess all by myself. Okay, this one's going to go right here. I don't like to reuse the ones I've already used, just in case it has red on it. And you're going to just cut out your four corners. And again, you don't need a whole lot of tape. And if you rip your corners, just round off your corners. That's why I just do the corners. And I work on a silicone mat, so that also helps the tape not stick as much. It just sticks sometimes to the paper a little bit. It happens. Okay, now we're going to use this transfer here. It says, let's make sure I have the words the right direction. I've done that too. Always check, guys, before you start. It's easy to mess up. Too easy. Devil's always after you. Now this transfer, I don't know, or stencil did not get cleaned very well last time. I don't know. I had some help use it at the community center the other day when we were spackling. And I should just wash it off, but might give it some flavor. All right, so now gotta be careful I don't cover the words. So you find a spot on your stencil. And this one has quite a few words and dilly-dallies. So I just might make them all, make green snowflakes and everything. Just make it all green. And then I can go back with the white and add white on top as a little touch of paste. I'm just checking the screen out. I'm not happy with it. Never hurts just to wipe it off. We're just going to put the green on. We'll see what it does. It's not that bad, but it's not that great either. Okay, I'm using the back of my transfer or my spatula, and I'm just going to spread it on. Now, the thicker you have it, if you have a textured spackling, which is super fun to work with, you're going to want it to be above your stencil. See how soupy this is? It makes it so easy to spread that you hardly can fail using this. And if you think you failed, you just cover it up with something cool. Now, like I said, I'm trying just to do the words and not all the snowflakes and everything. So making sure everything gets covered. And now I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to scrape it off. Looks like everything is covered, plus a few extra things. Now don't press too hard that you scrape it completely off and that you dig right into your picture. Well, I just hit the side there, if you saw that. I'm not worried about if it goes on here because I can decorate that. That's simple times. Don't make life hard. And whatever you do, if you decide to do some spackling, which is so fun, guys, you'll love it. Don't let it sit. Like I have this sitting here right now. I'm going to take this off right away. Otherwise, it's going to stay there. Okay, so you want to lift it off. Not too bad. Set this right here for a second. Take off your blue tape because after 20 hours of blue tape being on paper, it will become a permanent little thing. And see, it's already, this one I pressed a little too hard, so I'm going to probably round off that corner. Is that spackling? It is. Ah, that's where it's coming from. I have spackling on my shirt. All right. So I'll show you a couple things that came about. Now my stencil was not clean, so I have a little red star or snowflake. I have a little red mark up here. I don't know how it got there. I have a little red in a couple of my letters, just like so. So this time, we'll set this one over here. That's all still very workable to get them beautiful. I'll still be using it, even if it has a little color. And these stencils are plastic. I get mine usually at Hobby Lobby. You can get these also at, I think the Dollar Tree sometimes has these. Hobby Lobby seems to have quite a few. They even have Christmas ornament ones, which I wanted to get the other day. And a lady grabbed the last one. And they told me they would have more out this weekend. So I'll be stopping there this weekend. Now, I just washed this all off. One side anyway. Nice and clean now. And I like this side. Now I'm going to do the back. And that's, I can't believe this was so not washed. But I wanted to show you how simple, even afterwards, it's not like a transfer that is so much harder to wash. I mean, I haven't used this for, well, I just pulled it out of my box. And it's been a couple weeks. Spackling is so fun. I absolutely love it. Okay, now I'm just going to take my napkin. I use napkins, not paper towels, because paper towels like to roll across the floor and go across the room for me. So I do everything with napkins. That's why you hardly ever see paper towels around me. I don't like to go chase paper towel rolls. That's just that's a personal. And you know what I keep it in? I keep my napkins in a container like this, and they're all right here, right by my feet. And it works wonderful. I'm just wiping this off, making sure it's, because we want it clean. Looks much better. Still has a little something there. But that's how you use your transfers. Now I'll show you this one more time. Now you never let your imperfections ever stop you from doing this. You want to be able to decorate this. Now this is not, it's almost dry. Good enough to start working on. Now I'm just going to move these behind you guys. And we're going to start our decorating. Now this time you want your hands clean. You don't want to be full of paste and paints and all that kind of jazz. Get yourself cleaned. Take a bath. And I'm just going to grab one more wipe just to make sure I have clean hands. I was looking for a little Christmas ribbon I had floating around here, and that's what gave me the idea. But it seems to have disappeared. So my hands look fairly clean, good enough. Take a dry paper towel. I should have had my hot glue plugged in, but I didn't. So that gives me a little second to find things. Now, while we're waiting for this to warm up, I would like you all, if you wouldn't mind, at the top, if you're on Facebook, you have three little dots. Go up there, click those three dots, and then scroll down, and you're going to see something that's going to say, look at this ran. You're going to see something that says follow or add friends or anything. Please click on that, will you? What that's going to do, it's going to give me help to grow our business. Not that I don't want you guys here. I do. Do want you all here. I'm just grabbing some fun poinsettias that I like to use. I have another one here, just a little bit low. A couple little, some that I put together here. I'm sure I do. This is that. Wow. Aren't those put together? I had them all put together the other day. I must have used them all. There's one. So we got a couple poinsettias. We're going to use a couple of these little leaves, and we're going to pop these out. If I don't use that part. Oh, we didn't wipe that off, did we? Oops. You want to clean your spatula. The best you can. You don't want to do it in your sink. You will clog your sink forever. Just ask my brother. I've done it enough to him that he has me trained now. All right. So this is actually super cute. Now you're going to get a little bit of an imprint. Never let that bother you. We're going to be adding a little, we want a different color, don't we? We don't want that color. That would be cool, but well, we could add, well, just a minute. Maybe we will use that. Now, this is the outside of my card. This will be the outside. And this will be folded over. And I crease it as I go, so I know it's going to stay there. So when I open it up, you can see where that crease is. So put it together. And I just scrape my fingernail down it. Put them together. Now this is pretty thick ribbon. You have really fine ribbon. You can do that much easier than the heavier ribbon. I use real heavy ribbon most of the time for cards. Some people like to even use the ruler to do that. But my fingernail does just fine. And then now I got it all down, so now I can just press it a little bit harder. And we're going to use, at the top, we can put, this is going to go on the top. Open it up. It's going to be glued on here, and we'll put a silver one here. Do I have any other colors? No. And then we can put the two red ones down here at the bottom, or we can even put that towards the center. We might not even need that one. Here at the bottom would be just fine with that at the top. And then this one is the inside. Or you can do it the other way. You can have it like this and open the card. You see? Or this way, open the card. This one's going to take a few extra decorations, Christmas trees, reindeers, things like that. Make it interesting. All right. Okay. The hot glue looks like it's about ready. But what I like to do is take Elmer's glue. And I just put like a little sprinkle there. And then right up on the card area, top line, I put a hot glue. Fold up my card. And press it all together. Now you can use a glue stick or you can use whatever you like. Add a little tiny scraper, but I don't see it. I don't like how this M just kind of decided to have a party here. Yes, it's pretty well stuck. It's dry. This is all dry, ready to go. And you can cut it flat. I like to kind of give my fabric and ribbon a cute little ruffle on the side there. A different texture. Again, this is a textured ribbon. I have a textured word. We're going to put some poinsettias here. I'm going to push this in the best I can. I'm going to pop this one out as well. Slide that on. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. Put this on, and then we're going to cut this end off. Very simple, friends. Very simple. This is going to go back on. Make sure it's flat if you use poinsettias. Now, these are very old poinsettias. These are, again, back from when I was a young gal when I used to make them all the time. And I'm going to cut that little bump off. I'm going to add a little hot glue here and go right down that strip, that vein, I guess you could call it. And I'm going to set it down. Just like so. And I like to push my hot glue down. It's nice and sealed. We'll put the other one right over here. Or you could put it up here as well. Could do that at an angle. That would be kind of cute. I like it both ways. I'm no help, am I? Make sure your backing is flat. Make sure your petals are where you want them. If you want them off a little bit, then just turn it now. Don't wait till it's on. Well, this one was turned and then now it's not. Sometimes you can, oh, cool. I like them turned. That's just me. Okay. Now I'm going to cut this piece off. I'm going to add hot glue here and down the vine again, and we'll put it, let's see, do I want it here? Well, I think up here would look kind of nice. So we'll go at the top. And then again, right down the vine of, and if your leaf doesn't have a vine, make one. Just put the glue there where you think it should go. I don't do the whole leaf glued down. And then you want to make sure your little flower is as straight as can be, give or take. And look how nice that little card looks. Simple. It's simple, right? I'll come back to our messages, guys. For some reason, I can't see them. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's see how this other guy is doing. He's going to need a little bit more work because he's going to be on the inside. So we're going to, let me grab my little fun little basket here. And we're going to just decord up. We can add some candy canes. I got goofy looking snowflakes, which would be actually pretty cool. I like that better than the candy canes. I have fun little reindeers you could add on. Some snowflakes where those are. Now remember, it's going to go on that tape. What else do I got so much in this thing here. I don't even know what's all in here. Hearts, presents. Yeah. You don't need to put presents on. Got angels. I call these white Christmas trees. They're snowflakes that I cut off and I make them as white little Christmas trees. But they would blend. You could add some stars on here as well. I know I had more snowflakes than one. We could add a sleigh. Well, that one's kind of goofed up. Let's see what this one looks like. And this one has a little bit more fun to it. Maybe not on this one. We'll add snowflakes for sure. Not that one. That adds just some fun interests. Now we want to cover up that green one. But I had one more in here. You could add little light bulbs. This is a hot glue light bulb that I made. For some reason that one never got painted. Oh, here I got a little Christmas tree. So if I put that right And those, see, this is how you just kind of play around with your craft a little bit. I want the words to show. Got a streak of stuff there. So let's just, oh, there goes my light again. Goodness sakes. I got little doves. Yeah. All right. Where'd that little sleigh go? I put it, I snuck it back in here. All right, let me look. Oh, where are my reindeer? Maybe I stuck them up here. I know I have my reindeer somewhere. Just want to give you some ideas here. Like I have this fun little Santa, we could put a sleigh there and put Santa jingling all the way here across the bottom. You want to, make it Santa Clausy, We'd started Santa dancing like right after the sleigh here. That on my page here. And you can go right across. That kind of makes it fun and interesting. We want to decorate this a little bit. So let's see what I got at this table. I don't want to get up. Could add a stocking. Most wonderful time of the year. You could add a stocking. I don't know if this is dry yet. I keep getting little green marks on my hand. I might just redo this whole one again. Let's see if the light will come back on. I can't guarantee how long we'll last. I just might make another one of these guys because this one, but I want to show you how to make the card in case you want to do this. So you're going to decorate this. I'm going to for sure make a different one. I just don't like how that one is working. Now this one is going to be glued right in here, the same way you did the front. And that will go right in here, just like so. And now you have a nice card, you see? It's cute. It's different. You don't have to have everything in the world the same. If you prefer just a big card like this, which is perfectly fine, and you want to have an inside written card or a written letter, that is amazing as well. So give yourself some time and thought of how you want to do your cards and go play with it. Go have fun. This one's a fine card. I'm actually going to just fix it. just gonna do it. We got a little bit of time. I just saw my. We'll add our snowflakes. We'll add Santa's sleigh. And we got this green little Christmas tree. We can glue on. It's a pretty big tree, though. My goodness, he's big. Very cool. The spot is over here. But add the sleigh. Got to paint the sleigh. I can go right here, right at the bottom. It'd be fun if I could get that. Skip the tree. Put the sleigh here. Oh, I was going to say, oh, my reindeers are going the right way. No, it won't matter on the reindeers. And they're not together, so we can like put the reindeers here. You don't even have to put all of them on. You could put the sleigh sideways and have them follow this, because people can read between the letters. You see? Can even hook one right on top of the sleigh. That's kind of fun. So let's do that. And then we can add these little snowflakes. Oh, that's stuck. Amazing how fast these things can stick. I don't like this green one. So we'll just gonna go right down the center of our line here and add our deer. Now it's a cute little Christmas card. We're not going to worry about anything. We'll color that. Like so. We'll put a snowflake there to cover up that green. Maybe not that one. Can't get that thing off. Okay. So that's looking pretty cool. And then we're going to use the beads right here. Find the end. Find the end, Kathleen. Here we go. And I'm just gonna go like that. And cut it off right there. So you better watch out. You better not cry. I'll tell you why. We have Santa coming to town. Oh, fun. Okay, so now we're just gonna bring this like right on each of its little neck here. A little bit on the behind just to hold it. And I think I'll give it a little bit of a dip, not too straight. My hot glue wants just to fall down. See, it's that simple to decorate, friends. I'm just using what I have. That's all I'm doing. It's kind of slid off a little bit. Stay. Now this will attach to the sleigh, which is going to come right here. We gotta make this sleigh look a little nicer than what it is, for sure. I think I'll add a little red present, and I'll show you how I cut it. And maybe some candy canes. I got carrots. I don't know why I have a carrot in here. A couple candy canes. Come on. Candy cane. A little whirly loop. That would be kind of fun little sleigh decor. Oh, look at that. That's almost meant to be. Ooh, that's a cool decoration. What else again? I got a little purple light bulb. Okay, good enough. You only have so much room on this little sleigh. Now what I like to do is take this is just styrofoam, and I just cut it, guys. And then I hot glue it all back together. Flip it over. That's how I fix things, guys. Now I'm going to put hot glue in here. Not a lot, just a little bit for it can stick. Kind of squeeze it, put it on the styrofoam, and then pat it down. That side's tight. Okay, so now I have this little box there. Let's give it a little green bow. One of these little fun Dollar Tree crazy little tiny bows. Just glue that right on. I like to kind of fluff it out. It probably gets flattened though when it goes, when I mail it out to somebody, but it's still kind of cute. Okay. Light bulb, I don't know if we'll use that or not. We'll see. Good present up there. A couple candy canes. We'll just kind of like glue those onto the back like so. For it looks like there's something in that. Like so. Push them down. Now I'm going to cut off these little round things that are at the top of these little candy canes. Just going to cut that off. Some people like to break them off. I do either or. Okay, we got that. And then we're going to, let's paint this sleigh red. And we can probably just use our spackling. Just grab a yucky old brush. Nothing that you're going to be wanting to use another time. I'm just going to paint well, maybe this won't work. It's not wet enough. Well, let's use a little red paint. And that will do us good. Just move that around. And we'll put a little white around the top of it, just for a little white fur or something. However you want to do it. Be happy with. Like so. Now we're going to take the dryer. Just dry that. Now let's add just a little bit of fuzz on this. Fresh paint always sizzles. I think it's so funny. Super cute. And then this already has like a little swirly thing there. So I'm going to just kind of curve that in just a little bit, if I can. We're going to glue that right on like it was meant to be there. Because there is one already there. Kind of interesting. It's a red thing off it. Take all your little hot glues off it. One-time chance to aim and place. Cute. I couldn't have thought of that any better. How cute that is. Now I like, since it has gold there, I'd like to use gold on the bottom. You can use black as well. It really won't matter. Where'd that little brush go? And I'm just gonna paint my bottom of my sleigh gold. Super cute, super cute. I have to say so by myself. All right. Now let's dry that up one more time and put it all together. You might not even need that Christmas tree. We'll see. Gotta dry up the gold. So that's what the sleigh looks like. How cute, huh? Fun. All right. Just making sure I don't have paint here because we're going to put this here. We're going to put the sleigh at an angle. Still has a little bit of gold on it. And I put it right between the letters of the of. Oops. And I'll just have this come. Just keep going right on here with the chain. It just gives it a little festival kind of a look, you know? And then you run out of hot glue because I took so long. So give it a little bend and just lay it right on the fur. Didn't quite lay down where I wanted it, but it's there. All right. And then the gifts and presents, we can just, oops, it's a little hot glue there. We don't need that much hot glue there. We're just going to put that kind of at an angle in this little top of his tray here of his of the sleigh, the tray of the sleigh, as they say. Again, just keeping it right about. Try to keep everything inside your picture if you can. Just taking off my hot glues. And maybe we could put this little Christmas tree right over here. We actually can trim off that the base of it. Yeah, we'll trim that base off. And if you want a smaller tree, you just would trim off that bottom. We could do that as well, make a small tree like he's going up into the sky, which is how we did it. That would actually look kind of cute, smaller. So let's do that. That will work. And we'll just glue that right down. Again, it's using up your whole picture to make your frame. I have those little stars, that big of stars. And on my Christmas tree, I'm going to put this little sticker. It says Merry Christmas. Right smack in the middle of that tree, just for fun. Easy way of decorating. And I'm just going to add these little stars. Now I like this gold star better than my painted star. I don't know who painted this actually. So I'm going to just stick that right on there. There it is. And then these, it's nighttime, so I'm going to just add some stars. Now we don't have to worry about it. I'm not putting a lot on. It looks like a lot, but it's really not. Again, it's just using up another star here. Just kind of hiding what you have. Okay, so now we got our, now that came up pretty dang cute. All right, so now we're going to add our other, toss these all in my box, just a second. And that would have looked goofy there. 3 reindeers, that's cool. This is actually really cute. Now when I make cards, friends, I make them for, lots of love. Now this is going to go right here. Again, I'm going to put glue here. And I do little swirls. Hot glue at the top. And this time we'll do hot glue at the bottom here. Because on the back, people are more rougher on the back than they are on the top. Stick card in the top glue. Lay it down. Now I never really worry if it's perfectly straight. So now I have this, but we're going to put a little line right here of just something like this that's going to fold into that line. And I'm only going to use a strip of that to cover up that middle. Oh, I think it went crooked there. Let's see if I cut the right side. Yeah. And this is going to go like right at the top. Now you could put it right in the center, but it makes it hard to fold. So I do it right smack at the very top of the, so when it folds over, it's going to be, able to fold. What's sticking up here? A little hot glue or something. And then you're going to crease it, of course. And I take my scissors or whatever, and I crease it. It just helps fold it. What's there? But now it's going to be a bulky fold, you see, because we have our surprises in there, like so, right? When you add stuff inside, you know, I like the ultimate surprise of a card. Take your card, your ribbon, and stick it right on the edge there. Not over the edge, because then it won't close. But right to the edge. I thought something was crawling on me, guys. I almost jumped. Oh, goodness sakes. And then again, I just cut these off just like I did the one crooked, because cut the wrong direction. Right to the edge. And then you fold that down again, of course. Now look how cute that is. Nobody's expecting anything but fun, right? When they get stuff from me. This is what I send people, friends. And then when they open it up, they get something like that. Now that is just a fun card. Now, if you decide you want to make other styles, some people don't like large cards. I think large cards are fun, and especially homemade like this. This is just a fun card. You could cut this off. You can make a whole nother card out of it. Whatever you like. And I've had people do that. I had a friend, I made her a card, something similar to this, not this particular kind, but it was similar. And the next year, I got half of my card back. Isn't that cool? I mean, and for a long time, we sat and signed the back of the card. We put our name here and the year that we sent it. And then the next year, and we did that until she passed away. It was a sad little ending there, but that is how things happen. So now I'm going to add a little bit more hot glue, because my hot glue did pick up from here, and I don't know why, but I didn't want to stick to my ribbon. Stubborn little ribbon. Glitter ribbons always have that kind of issue for me. I don't know. But it's super cute. Very nice. I love it. Somebody's going to get this. I'm going to be mailing it out soon. I'm making a whole bunch of them this weekend. All different ones. Some might be chocolate couture, some might be spackling, some might be hand drawn. Did I put a little red mark there? Sure did. But it's cute and fun. Envelopes, I just go buy big envelopes. This is cardstock, paper size. What is 8 by 14 or something like that? No, it's not. Okay, let's do it the right direction. 11.5 by 8.5, I guess, or whatever it is. Whatever paper is. Yeah, 8.5 by 11-ish. So I just go by, usually by the 12 by 14 size, and stick it right in, and it's ready to go. And then I usually add other things in it as well. Cute to add a little sparkle on here. We'll put one here. Do I have an extra one? I do. Now this is just fun, guys. I don't know. It didn't cost me anything but 2 pieces of paper and couple flowers, and then it's all this other little stuff that adds up in your money. But look how cute that is. It sparkles on the outside, and you can cut this off and make your own cards and send them on your way. It's so cool. You get 2 cards for the price of one, and I send it as one. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, friends. Somebody will be getting this in the near future. And I hope you have a lovely evening, rest of the evening. I have no idea what time it is. And you all have a lovely day tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Um, I am working on cards, as you see. This weekend, I always leave this weekend for cards. I send out my cards usually within the next couple days. Um, so that's what we'll be doing, is working on different style cards, bows, bags, and things like that for this weekend. So I hope you stay tuned, and I hope you all enjoyed this fun Merry Christmas card. It's a large card, 8.5 by 11. That's the inside, super nice. And then if you want to write a personal letter here, you could do that. And then make sure you sign the back somewhere, uh, you know, if you're sending it to a friend, and then leave a little note in there as well to say, send it back next year. It's so fun. It's just fun. So everyone have a good night. Love seeing you all here. Thanks so much for coming, and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.